and the noise kind of stopped for a while.
There is homeless people that do come over here and stuff.
Then I start hearing all these noises.
Echoes call from hollow halls, a voice that creeps and softly crawls. Time stands still, the air is...
The YouTube channel Chase Float Inc. has built a reputation for its investigation into the mysterious creature he believes inhabits the Floyd Fields forest, something he refers to as the Floyd Squatch. And on April 25th, 2020, things took a serious turn. The footage begins with Chase speaking directly to the camera near the forest edge, visibly uneasy. He explains that around midnight, he began hearing strange howling and whooping noises coming through the trees. The sounds continued into the early morning hours, prompting him to grab his camcorder and head into the woods.
Okay, so today is April 25th, 2020, and I just ran down here with my camcorder because, as you can probably hear behind me, there's some audible howling and whooping noises that are going on, and it's been going on for a couple hours now. Probably around midnight or 1 o'clock last night, I started hearing these loud, it's like a whoop or a howl noises, and it went on for a couple of hours, and I wanted to come down during the night and see if I could get something on tape, but I was a little wary about doing that. So this morning, I usually get up around 4 o'clock, and I was eating my breakfast, and the noise kind of stopped for a while, but then it just started again, and every couple of minutes or so, or really even seconds, you can kind of hear that going on. So I ran down here with a camcorder to see if I could get it on tape. As you can probably see, it's raining a little bit right now, and we have that morning fog over there. It was raining pretty good the past couple of days here in the Floyd Fields forests. There it is right there. I just heard it again.
Despite feeling unsafe about venturing out at night, when he arrives at the site, a foggy mist hangs in the air, and it doesn't take long before the odd vocalizations start again. Faint, but distinct whoops and growls coming from deep within the woods. Chase seems clearly rattled. He notes that the noises appear to be coming from near one of his trail cameras, placed at the base of a nearby mountain. As he makes his way to the camera traps, things only get stranger. The bait apples he had left out are completely gone, replaced by broken eggshells and unsettling silence between bursts of vocalizations. At one point, a deep growl echoes from the tree line, and he begins to feel physically ill.
Right there, I just heard it again. Okay. Those are audible, unknown sounds that I'm hearing right now that could really be from some kind of Floyd Squatch type creature. Right now, I'm starting to get lightheaded, so I really don't feel good being down here. So I'm just gonna grab, I really don't feel good right now. So I'm just gonna grab the trail camera and get out of here. It's right there. The apple's gone over here too. Okay, I'm starting to get a bit of a headache right now. So I really don't feel good. This is freaking me out. Okay.
While continuing his walk, Chase stumbles across what he believes to be a large femur bone, lodged near what he calls the tree cave. The sight alone is disturbing enough, but the smell is even worse. He compares it to rotting skunk. The bone appears to have white hairs embedded in it, and a closer look reveals signs of being broken or snapped. At this point, Chase has had enough. Feeling disoriented and overwhelmed, he grabs the last camera and quickly leaves the area.
I'm just gonna get out of here. What is that right there? That is definitely some kind of bone. This is the tree cave that we found the wow. I mean, that could be a femur right there. And the smell too. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God, it smells really bad. Oh my God. Oh. It smells like a skunk. Some kind of rotting skunk smell. Oh. It was really strong. That was right there. I heard it again. Okay, I mean this is the bone of a large male. There's hairs in the end too. If you look really closely, there's some white hairs. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. There's some white hairs in the end. It smells really bad. It's like rotting garbage. Oh my God. Okay, so I guess this is gonna be today's Name That Species. I'm getting out of here. I do not feel safe right now.
He tells viewers that he didn't bring any form of self-defense with him and no longer feels safe in the area without it. The video then cuts to a follow-up, filmed later that day from the safety of his home. Chase reviews the footage retrieved from the trail cameras. One of them reveals mostly mundane wildlife activity: a squirrel, a crow, and potentially a raccoon taking the apple bait. But the second camera shows something far more mysterious: a humanoid figure caught just on the edge of the frame. It's tall, broad, and covered in what looks like coarse hair. The creature is partially obscured, but its silhouette is enough to reignite speculation around the Floyd Squatch's existence.
First, there was a raccoon that appeared to take the apple trap from that one, but there was also an image of some kind of creature by this trail cam, and I really don't know what to make of it. The picture is definitely humanoid in nature. I mean, it appears to be some kind of grass man-like creature that was photographed by this trail cam. And I don't know what to make of it.
Chase's voice wavers with a mix of fear and determination as he recounts everything the channel has documented so far. Vocalizations, bones, strange footprints, hair samples, and now, potentially, a photo of the creature itself. He shows viewers a 12-gauge shotgun that he now plans to carry for safety. He emphasizes that he hopes to never use it, but if faced with danger, he's ready to protect himself. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, this video is a chilling reminder that sometimes nature holds more questions than answers. What did you think of this encounter? Let me know. Before we go any further, I just want to ask you for a small favor. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We recently hit 100,000 subscribers, and that's all thanks to you. Our 100K special surprise was revealed, and we had many positive responses from you. Our next goal is to hit 200K before the year ends. It feels impossible, but hey, it's free to dream, right? Also, there's a hidden word somewhere in this video for you. Let's see if you can find it. Now, back to the video. Posted to YouTube on July 18th, 2025. This video comes from a rising YouTube channel called Unbodied, which has gained some attention for its raw, unscripted explorations into locations surrounded by eerie legends. In this particular upload, the group heads to a remote stretch near the Rio Grande in Albuquerque, New Mexico, an area whispered about locally for its unsettling energy and strange encounters. In the beginning, the group mentions past experiences in the area, strange sounds in the woods, cold spots, and overwhelming feelings of dread. The area they've returned to sits deep within dense brush near the riverbanks, and it doesn't take long before that same ominous energy starts to make itself known.
Well, have you ever had any experiences coming through here at all?
Yeah, that time when we were younger as kids, don't you remember? When I barely moved back over here to Albuquerque, we came out here, remember? And
Yeah.
we were investigating. We're hearing a bunch of noises in the trees and jumping and stuff. I remember
Dude,
all
I
that.
do not remember. Hold on. I don't remember this being here. This is completely different.
Yeah.
I wasn't over here. We were down that way.
Hold on. You sure you want to go down that way?
Yeah. Because those are the only ways that go in towards the river.
Right.
This is just going to lead us into like a bank. See?
Hear that? That's a bird I just heard. Well, I'm not going to go in too far because if we go in, check it out. You want to go in? Let's go.
Oh, shit. Wait, hold on, Chris.
Make sure there's nothing around you, bro. Okay, guys, so we're going to come over here by the Rio Grande. There is homeless people that do come over here and stuff. So we do have to look out before we go in. We don't need one of them jumping at us, being weird and shit.
And someone forgot the gun. All dumb. And it wasn't me.
Yeah, we didn't come prepared for all this. Well, we did come prepared, but we didn't bring the clip to be protected.
At first, it's subtle, rustling branches, the occasional odd sound in the distance. But as they continue exploring, it becomes clear they're not alone. A scream suddenly echoes through the trees, sharp and chilling. The team immediately falls silent, trying to pinpoint the direction it came from. One of them swears they hear footsteps. Heavy, hurried, and uncomfortably close. They swing their cameras and flashlights toward the dark, hoping to catch some sign of what's moving out there. For a brief moment, something appears between the trees. A figure? A shadow? It's hard to tell. Whatever it is, it moves unnaturally fast, and it's enough to send the group running.
Let's go, brother. So we're going through here,
So
bro.
while we're going through here,
We're gonna go by the Rio, guys. It's
Yo.
kind of sketchy up in here.
yo, this is like thick brush, bro.
I know. Come here, Carlos.
Hold on.
Come here, buddy.
Dude.
Kind of
Where
getting
we-
scared here, guys.
Yo, but when we came out here last time, this was not here. We
This
literally
trail?
we went through another way.
Bro, this is deep, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like this.
Okay. I know I don't either, but
What the?
did you hear that?
Yes. Wait, hold on, Chris. Don't go. Don't leave me, please. Chris,
No, don't get scared. Don't
I'm
ever
not,
show fear.
I'm not.
Go.
But like, that was.
Go. Go, 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 go. Chris, what's that? What the shit,
Oh my
bro?
God.
Wait.
Chris.
Woo!
What
Woo! Chris. Oh, guys, I don't know what the it was, but I heard it too.
What
All
the?
right,
What's that?
safe zone, guys. Here, your camera, bro.
Oh no! Hold it,
Here,
please.
fix it. It's coming off right here on top. The light on top. Here. Oh my God. You heard it too, huh?
Yes.
All right, let's go the other way. It's
What the? Hold on. I'm trying. The camera thing's falling off.
Okay, I know. Here. Fresh you like that way so I can see.
Hold on. Hold this.
I
Hold
got
this,
you.
hold this. Hold this.
They retreat to a safer part of the trail, trying to regroup and make sense of what just happened. It's then that one of the flashlights starts to flicker uncontrollably. Another member mentions a local legend he grew up hearing, a creature said to haunt this part of the river, sometimes called the baby cry monster. According to folklore, the entity mimics the cry of an infant to lure people into the trees, only to vanish or strike once they get too close.
Okay, that was fucking
Is
weird.
your camera on right?
Yes.
Because it wasn't working right now when
Oh no. Okay.
Let's go this
Okay.
way. Follow
Let's
me.
regroup real quick though. First, I need to
We'll go
say
this
something.
way. Okay.
So we just got in literally, and we were walking through the brush, and then we heard.
There we go.
I don't know what, dude. That sounded like something like
It did it twice, right? Like it was moving?
Yeah, that's why I got the brighter light on now.
Anyway, guys, so basically the story about this place is that there have been a bunch of like
Let's go this way.
sights of like spirits and apparitions
gonna go
walking
through the
around
other
here.
side. Yeah.
And one of the main stories that I guess had happened was this thing called the baby the baby face killer, or no, the baby cry. Not even a killer, sorry. It was like the baby monster or something like that. Don't quote me on that. You might have to go to the last video to actually find out. Dolly knows more of the lore. She actually explains a lot of it if you want to go back to the video. So make sure to please go back to that last video and, you know, if you want to hear more about it. Anyway, so.
Tension builds as the group debates what to do next. One of them urges caution, worried that whatever is out there may be watching. Equipment begins acting up again, flickering lights, static interference, and subtle audio distortions that some viewers later claim contain whispers. The group pushes a bit further before another loud crash from the woods finally convinces them to end the investigation for the night. In the final moments of the video, they reflect on the night's events. One of them notes that even with all their gear and prior experiences, nothing prepared them for how off the area felt.
All right, so
We can
what do
go
we
down
do
this
now?
way, by the cars.
I feel so like, dude, every time I come, well, last time I came here, we had weird responses on the necrometer. I haven't pulled it out now, but we had dude, it's just been weird every single time I come here. Now I'm here with Chris, and immediately as we got into the thick brush, it got like, we heard that ticking noise, and now that noise just, it's like the noise just disappeared now.
Yeah, it doesn't come where the light is, I told you. It hates light.
Keep your light on this car. I can't.
Huh?
This car looks kind of shady right here. The windows are open and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Despite the group's obvious curiosity and passion for exploration, they all agree this was one of the most unsettling nights they've ever filmed. While some viewers speculated the encounter could be chalked up to a wild animal or even a local playing a prank, others believe something more supernatural was at play, something tied to the land's dark and often overlooked history. The Rio Grande region has long been a backdrop to stories of spiritual unrest, with centuries of conflict, tragedy, and folklore embedded into its soil. Some encounters with the unknown are chilling not because of the paranormal, but because they show how fragile life really is, and how easily it can be lost if not for a moment of luck. This particular moment was captured by Francis Zuber. His videos from his time exploring remote snow-covered terrain. But if someone falls into one, they can quickly become buried upside down and trapped. On March 5, 2020, Indonesian YouTuber Penjalajah uploaded a camping video that began like many others on his channel. But as the night went on, what started as a solo overnight trip quickly turned into one of the most unsettling recordings he's ever captured. Derman begins his night in typical fashion, arriving at a forested campsite where he had previously camped just a week before. While the area holds eerie stories and superstitions, it's not until a few hours into the night that things start to go seriously wrong. At first, he picks up on something small, an odd blur on the camera, as if something invisible is interfering with the focus. This is soon followed by a chilling voice calling out. Then the tension escalates. The tent begins moving on its own. Rustling sounds come from just inches away, and at one point, Derman believes something, or someone is actually inside the tent with him.
Hey, hey. Siapa itu? Astagfirullah. Hey. Apa itu? Suara siapa tadi? Blur kameranya. Apa itu? Wih, ih. Astaga. tenda teman-teman. Nih. Astagfirullahaladzim. Dalam tenda teman-teman. Tuh. Apaan tuh dalam tenda tuh? Masuk tenda teman-teman. Tuh. Astagfirullahaladzim. Di dalam teman-teman. Astagfirullahaladzim. Kita sergap teman-teman. Di dalam dia.
Viewers can see the panic setting in as he scrambles to inspect the space, even yelling that he's going to ambush the intruder. Though the interior appears empty, despite being visibly shaken, he tries to keep calm, repeatedly reminding himself to stay positive, but it's clear that something unseen is toying with him. From outside, strange whistling noises echo through the forest. According to Derman, this exact type of sound had occurred during his last visit, right before an unexplained disturbance. Again, he hears the whistles, this time coming from multiple directions.
Cuman kulik dikit aja. Soalnya aku di sini kan camping ulang lokasinya. Bener-bener aku camping di sini waktu seminggu yang lalu itu. Jadi makanya malam ini aku datang. Tuh kan, barusan diomongin ini. Kalau kalian lihat videoku yang kemarin ini nih, dengerin suara siulanya, dengerin.
Every attempt to regain composure is interrupted by more disturbances, objects shifting, sounds near the trees, and repeated moments where his flashlight or camera fail to work properly. Then the tent moves again. This time, it appears to lift off the ground slightly, as though something has grabbed it from outside. Derman rushes to investigate but finds nothing. Even more disturbing is what happens next. A blanket inside the tent moves entirely on its own. The footage shows it lifting and folding unnaturally, with no visible cause.
Astagfirullah, teman-teman. Morinya gerak-gerak sendiri, melayang-layang. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ada sosok yang masuk kayaknya.
Derman is frozen, uttering prayers in shock. He eventually claims that something entered the tent, though not through the door. At one point, while examining the area, Derman reports a sudden spike in temperature inside the tent, despite the outside air being cool. He comments that the heat feels unnatural, thick, and uncomfortable, as if something is occupying the space with him. He tries to write it off as paranoia, or maybe the effects of adrenaline, but the expression on his face says otherwise.
Teman-teman nggak tahu teman-teman ini dari tadi ya, nggak tahu rasanya tuh kayak panas di dalam tenda nih, nggak enak banget. Tadi nggak tahu tuh suara apa di belakang tadi. Setiap aneh teman-teman ini tenda ini, di luar dingin, tiba-tiba masuk sini nih bukan ini teman-teman, kayak panas-panas nggak enak di dalam tenda.
In one of the most unsettling parts of the footage, he checks the tent and surrounding trees once more, but nothing is there. Then, as if to drive the point home, the camera captures one final, inexplicable moment, the sound of breathing inside the tent that does not match Derman's own. He freezes, visibly terrified, and decides to end the session shortly after. The next morning, he offers no big conclusion, just a calm sign-off, admitting that whatever was out there last night, it didn't want to be seen. The YouTube channel, Cursed Urban, hosted by Dan, is known for its immersive solo camping investigations into allegedly haunted or cursed areas, often deep within forests and far from civilization. In this particular upload, Dan returns once again to a location that has become synonymous with strange and unexplained activity on his channel, the infamous Skinwalker Forest. From the start, Dan sets a calm and casual tone. It's a crisp evening, with temperatures dropping into the 60s, and conditions are perfect for an overnight stay, outdoors.
Now that that's out of the way, guys, we're back here tonight at our favorite spot, at my favorite spot, the Skinwalker Forest. Oh man, I was just going to talk about how there's been no bugs that have harassed me since I've been here. And then I get a mosquito right in my ear. Of course, classic, because that's how it goes, right? But no, we're back here. It's beautiful out tonight, guys. It's beautiful. We're sitting at about 60 degrees, and I got it. I smashed it into my beard. It's pleasant. Anyways, it's about 60 degrees and decreasing, so we are looking at some very, very nice camping weather for tonight. What we're going to do right now is we're going to set up our camp, get our fire situated and ready for tonight, because I want to have it all set up and lit, because usually when I get the fire set up, it's dark. I'm going by flashlight. I can't see what I'm doing, so I want to get the fire set up now, the tent set up now, and then I'm kind of debating right now between heading out into the Skinwalker Forest and hitting the trails for a little bit, or just chilling at the campground, doing some investigating here, and cooking up some dinner. So,
as usual, he interacts with his audience, offers updates, and prepares camp. But viewers familiar with this channel know that things never stay calm for long in this area. The location, described by Dan as his favorite spot, is on a friend's private property land that directly borders the Skinwalker Forest itself. Dan notes that the property owner, Todd, has experienced numerous bizarre things over the years. One especially chilling story Todd told him involved seeing a dark, 7-foot-tall figure step out of the woods, stand in the middle of the field for a few moments, and then retreat silently back into the trees.
Just like the Skinwalker Forest is one thing, and like I said, his property backs right up to it, and he has witnessed so many things, even around the area I'm at. The main thing he witnessed, because it's like a forest patch and it backs up to his field, and then there's like a giant, like, few hundred acres between the field and his house. And one night he was out there and he saw from this area, this was way before I met him, he saw from this area a giant, he said it had to be at least 7 feet tall, dark looking werewolf type thing come out into the field, look at him, turn right back around and come right back into the forest. And obviously, like, we do have a lot of reports of dogmen here in Illinois, especially the area that I'm at. And yeah, it definitely matches the description. I mean, I've heard growls in the Skinwalker Forest. I've noticed foul odors that are have been consistent with dogmen. So I don't know, but that's one of the many things we've seen out here, or not we, he's seen out here. He's experienced.
As the daylight fades, Dan sets up camp and prepares a fire, using remnants of last year's Christmas tree. He's candid about his struggles with fire building, but eventually gets a decent blaze going. At one point, Dan casually mentions hearing strange noises in the distance, unidentifiable rustling and movement among the trees. Viewers catch the subtle shift in his tone, as he begins to realize he might not be as alone as he thought.
I finished my dinner. I wish I would have gotten it on video. I need to just let the camera roll. But I was eating, or I was cooking actually. I was cooking, and all of a sudden I start hearing all these noises, like really, really loud noises coming from the trees. And I'm like, that's definitely something. It's probably an animal, but it's definitely something. And it starts getting closer and closer. So I take my stick, I'm like banging on the tree. I'm like, hey, 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 you know, try and scare whatever it is off, because I don't know, I'm always worried, like, you know, a raccoon's gonna come up and I'm gonna surprise it and it's gonna bite me or something. Now I have to go get rabies shots. So I'm trying to scare this thing away, and it just keeps coming and coming and coming. I'm like, what is that? It sounds like he's knocking stuff over, and then I see it appear, and it's an opossum. And I see a second one appear, and it's one opossum chasing another. I'm like, oh, how adorable.
The unease builds as he recalls other nights spent in this area, during which he heard growls, noticed strange foul odors, and once even saw shadows moving unnaturally through the trees. But it's not just stories or imagination. In this video, Dan records what he believes to be an electronic voice phenomenon. When he asks if anything out there wants to communicate or share a message, he receives a chilling response through his spirit box. Bodies below. The voice is raspy, unsettling, and clear enough to stop Dan in his tracks. It's one of the most disturbing moments of the video, not because of any visual, but because of the implication that something unholy may have happened.
If you have any questions for me, please feel free.
Secrets.
First thing we got on Spirit Talker is secrets. Secrets. Would you like to share some secrets with me? Does this forest hold secrets? Well, I know it does, but...
Bodies below.
Yo, what is that about? I ask if it wants to share some secrets, and it says bodies below. Dude, that's a little bit unsettling. Yeah, that's a little bit unsettling.
The rest of the night brings more inexplicable events. Dan reports feeling watched. At times he hears what sounds like footsteps approaching, but whenever he investigates, nothing is there. The forest, completely dark aside from the glow of his fire and flashlight, seems to close in around him. Despite being visibly rattled at times, Dan remains committed to seeing the investigation through. He talks to the camera, acknowledging the fear, but grounding himself in purpose. As he explores deeper into the woods and even revisits old trails, the sense of dread continues to intensify. Shadows flicker at the edge of his vision, In some moments, it seems like the forest is actively resisting his presence.
All right, guys, it's been a little while, about 10 minutes. I keep hearing weird noises. I keep hearing things moving. I swear a few times I've seen something, like I've seen a shadow move across the path. And I haven't been able to shake this feeling. Usually, like, when I am out here or out anywhere and I start getting a bad feeling, like, you know, it comes with the territory. You know, you put yourself in a scary situation, obviously you're going to be a little bit more paranoid than in your day-to-day life. But tonight I can't shake that feeling. Like, the way I can explain it is it feels like something came in here and removed every ounce of good energy, and just something mean and vile has taken its place. I don't know what it is. I have never felt anything like this before. Now I'm starting to be able to see my breath.
By the end of the video, there is no jump scare, no big reveal, but that's part of the charm. The horror here is subtle and lingering. A whisper in the trees, a phrase from the spirit box, a 7-foot-tall silhouette seen by someone years ago that may still be watching. Dan's videos never need to rely on over-the-top theatrics. His ability to create fear from natural environments, mixed with just enough paranormal phenomena to make you question reality, is what keeps viewers coming back. Uploaded on November 27, 2024, this chilling exploration video comes from the YouTube channel Smithereens, a creator known for documenting strange, often paranormal experiences in remote or historically significant locations. In this particular case, he joins a local guide named Carl to investigate an ancient and mysterious canyon, said to be home to unsettling legends and inexplicable phenomena, including a supposed encounter with a skinwalker. The video opens with Carl explaining the significance of the area. High up the canyon walls, ancient petroglyphs depict what appear to be shamans engaged in time travel rituals. Carl recounts a disturbing event involving a man who was found dead in the valley below. According to a police report, the man had stolen a work truck, crashed through a gate, and then, seemingly in a state of panic, stripped off his clothes and ran into the wilderness. His body was later discovered kneeling in the dirt, hands raised as if begging for mercy, with no injuries or clear cause of death. Locals and even first responders suggested something supernatural may have been involved.
All right, so Carl was just telling me that there was a person that was found dead down there, and you said the person that initially found him said that he thought it was a skinwalker?
Yeah, my friend Dave found this dead guy laying down there by the pump house with no clothes on. And he put in the police report that he thought the guy was basically killed by a skinwalker. It's in the official police report.
Wow.
Because he was like doing something up in this valley he wasn't supposed to, and then was running away from something, stole a truck, crashed through the gate, and then panicked, jumped out of the truck, took all of his clothes off, and then knelt down on the ground and froze to death. None of it makes any sense.
And it all happened.
All happened down right there in the valley. Which is where we're headed now.
Sweet. Awesome, I love that.
With a skinwalker being the prime suspect, this story alone suggests the valley is more than just remote. It's potentially dangerous. As the duo ventures deeper into the area, strange activity begins almost immediately. Whispers and cries, particularly those of a woman, seem to follow them throughout the expedition. Eventually, they reach a site Carl refers to as the medicine wheel, a stone circle aligned with the cardinal directions. This, he says, is where time travel rituals were once performed. Walking clockwise was believed to move someone forward in time. Counterclockwise, into the past, shamans would stand in the center, synchronize with the stars, and, according to legend, vanish into other places, sometimes reappearing in far-off lands.
So what was this? Or what was it used for?
They would have used this as a ritual circle. It's pointing north, east, south, and west like a compass. And basically what they would do is go around it clockwise to go like into the future and counterclockwise to go into the past. So the village would like all hold hands, or certain spiritual leaders hold hands, and they would sing and go hold hands around the stone circle. The shaman would stand in the middle and look to the North Star, and it all emulated the rotation of the Big Dipper going around the North Star in the sky. So he would stand there and synchronize with the rotation of the Earth and the solar system. And the legends are that the shaman would disappear like through a portal in the middle of the circle and then reappear like maybe at the pyramids of Egypt or in Stonehenge or somewhere else, you know. Like these were doorways through the astral plane. So this way is where we saw up the top of the cliff is where all the squares and the circles were.
Oh, so we were just up there.
Yeah.
Whether symbolic or literal, the lore is undeniably eerie. But it doesn't stop there. They stumble across the remnants of an animal sacrifice hidden beneath a rock. A cat wrapped in a purple blanket surrounded by tarot cards and painted stones. Though Carl mentions they had cleared it out previously, the discovery reveals just how seriously some people take the legends of this canyon. The presence of actual ritualistic activity adds an ominous weight to everything else they've experienced so far. They also explore an old pump house, where the man who died under mysterious circumstances had reportedly taken shelter. The building, usually locked, is found eerily open. As they enter, it becomes clear someone may have recently been there. Blankets, signs of occupancy, and a stove for heating suggest the place has been used as a hideout or shelter, but no one is around now, and the silence is deafening.
I've never seen this open before. Hello? Right? Like I don't want to get hantavirus, right?
Yeah.
All these mouse crap. This building is a lot bigger than it looks. What the heck? Oh shit, what is it? Oh, it's just like crap. I thought that was a bed. That looks like people sleep in here.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I've never seen it here before. I'm glad there's not anybody in here. I'm almost more afraid of running into people like that than I am running into ghosts, dude. I've never known that the building was even open. I've never seen this door to see. I don't want to read this anymore. It stinks so bad, man. Every time I've been here, that door has never been closed. So I've never been here where that house left the door open. And
This is closed.
Closed.
Does it open?
I just never know, dude. There's nobody in here. They must have just closed it in the wind.
Oh, wow.
And got like a little stove pipe. You come in here and get it hot as hell. Let the demons out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What makes this encounter stand out isn't just the paranormal implications, but the sheer volume of strange occurrences in a single location, voices with no source, disturbing local folklore, ritualistic evidence, and a real death under unexplainable conditions. Carl even shares that multiple people he's brought to the area have suddenly fallen ill, experienced nosebleeds, or suffered physical distress, especially near the less safe zone, where rituals were believed to be performed.
But yeah, we're definitely headed down into an area that I've taken a lot of professional people, and some of them have gotten weirded out. Multiple people have gotten sick. Some of them have been hospitalized in different ways. I've had 2 different people get severe stomach and abdominal pains and then suddenly get a bloody nose, and we've had to leave immediately. This is a part of a canyon that I don't goof around. Like I take very serious down here. This is where a lot of the actual time travel rituals reside. So
That's the real deal.
It's really special.
You guys might notice with past videos, things are a little more joking and lighthearted, but There it is. We're going to be a little more cautious this time because there's legitimate risks to this.
The sense of being watched, even stalked, remains a persistent theme throughout the video. While no skinwalker is clearly captured on camera, the buildup of atmospheric dread, local testimony, and unexplained auditory phenomena create a deeply disturbing viewing experience. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the video effectively taps into the ancient unease tied to sacred lands. One thing is certain, the legends of this canyon are more than just stories. And after watching this encounter, you may think twice before exploring haunted landscapes, especially those with a history as mysterious and dangerous as this one. With this last encounter comes the end of another episode. If you haven't already, let me remind you again to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment about what you liked and didn't like about this video. We almost upload daily videos, so you better have subscribed, 'cause trust me, you don't want to miss out. If you want to watch more disturbing videos, in about 3 seconds, they will be on your screen. I'll see you there, and with that, I'm out.